mind, body, and soul. We are three women, three coaches, three perspectives, with one mission to improve the world's health and well-being. So this session is going to be dedicated to breast cancer awareness and here to represent, and in my mind, really embodies one of the many faces of this disease is my sister, Shaquita Estes. So before we get started, I just want to reintroduce ourselves. I am Stacia Wood of Blissful Art Wellness. My job as a coach is to really help those who are suffering with weight gain and diabetes. So I want to pass it on to my co-coach, Annette.
My name is Annette Brewer, and I am the founder of Beautiful Soul Life Coaching. And our mission is to create space to empower women to reimagine the authentic, abundant life that they love living. Yep.
Hello, everyone. I'm Renee Dixon, and I'm with Young and Wiser. And Young and Wiser we serve women who are over 50. My goal is to help women in the areas of life, health, and career. And my goal also is to help you to embrace change, let go, and move forward. Amen.
All right. All right. So we all know that breast cancer awareness is the month of October. And I did not want to let the month pass by without at least acknowledging and talking about breast cancer awareness. So we also know that behind every face, there's a story and a message. And so today I am introducing my sister, Shaquita Estes, to our forum. She's going to give us a little bit of background of how she's journeyed through her journey. And so to get us started, I'll tell you a little bit about my sister. She is a mother of two beautiful children, 17 and 9, Logan and Lexi. She's also a pediatric nurse practitioner, a sibling of 3, and she has many, many supporters, family and friends that all have supported her through this journey. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Shaquita to kind of give us a little bit about her diagnosis and her story.
Hi guys, thanks for having me today. As my sister has shared, I am Shaquita Estes, and a mother, a wife, all those things. But I'm also the face of breast cancer. I was diagnosed September 12, 2018 with triple negative breast cancer, which is one of the most aggressive and progressive types of breast cancer, also known as infiltrating ductal carcinoma, which means it also entered my lymphatic system. So again, I've been living with this now for 2 years, and it definitely has been a journey. I would not have ever expected to get this diagnosis at such a peak time in my life, in my career, doing really well. So to, be faced with breast cancer was definitely an initial death sentence for me. I can remember the day, the moment, the hour, I got the phone call and I was just torn up inside and out. And from there, I just had to kind of put my she-ro cape on and fight this thing each and every day, knowing that I'm not only fighting for myself, but I'm also fighting for my family and my children. And then I'm fighting for other women who are coming behind me. Statistics show that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer each day. And unfortunately, breast cancer and triple negative is definitely affecting our African American community. Our counterparts, our Caucasian counterparts, are living longer lives than we are as African Americans. So it is my hope and pray that one day, with the help of God, that researchers will find something to cure this disease, because too many women are losing their lives
Uh-oh.
to breast cancer, that I feel right at all for us to have to deal with such a traumatic disease. So a little bit about my journey, what breast cancer actually looks like. I mean, I worked through the entire process up until this point. I pretty much had 6 months of chemotherapy that was very harsh on the system, and then went through surgery. And then from there, did 33 days of radiation treatment every day, and then did 2 months of oral chemo, which brings me now to, updating and still having some challenges with the triple negative breast cancer. So, there are plenty of days that have been very hard where I, couldn't, barely walk, or didn't want to eat, or didn't really want to work. But, God has given me the strength each and every day to wake up. And so I relish in living in the moment and really enjoying my family, and creating memories, because that's what it's all about. I try to tell people, never live in a life of regret, where you find yourself saying, oh, I wish I would have, I wish I could have. No, you want to say, I lived a good life. I traveled, I did this, I did that with my children. They will have memories. And so that's where I am in a headspace now, is really just living in the moment and creating precious moments each and every day. So that's a little bit about my journey. Through this journey, I have learned to, persevere, to just really kick cancer butt as much as possible, and to forge forward. So that's kind of where I am. I also volunteer with different breast cancer organizations, and really try to make a mark in this area, which I felt like God has called me into walking in my purpose. I feel like He had given me an assignment, and I was to share with the world. I think so many times, as breast cancer patients, some people like to keep their feelings in and hide their feelings, but I felt after 2 months that I really needed to share, that God was calling me to share. And there has been such an outpour of love from my Facebook followers, to family, to friends, that words can't even describe how I felt to be able to share my story, and people be able to walk this journey with me, through me sharing what's been going on with me in breast cancer.
Wow, we're really blessed to have you. What an incredible story. Thank you. Thank you.
And I just want to build upon what she just shared with us. We had no history of breast cancer in our family.
Wow.
So for her to get this diagnosis at the time that she got the diagnosis, it was like, what? Why? But I think now that we all understand that, God has put this on her, as a task that she has to complete. And through her task, through that journey, she is to bring awareness to this, this awful disease. Mm-hmm. And that's something that she has really embodied over this time frame. And although we ask the reason why, this is her task. We all get certain tasks and certain purposes in life, of course, and this seems to be what her purpose is at this time. So it was all a shock to us, of course, and we all got tested in lieu of this, because we were wanting to know, as women, my mom, her daughter, is this going to be something that will affect any of us? Yeah. And so that kind of brings the question, or not necessarily the question, but the importance of mammograms. So even me at that point in time when she got that diagnosis, I had, I guess, nudged on getting my mammogram. Like I hadn't had one in a year, but in previous years, I'd had them consistently. So just the importance of bringing the importance of to get your mammograms.
And early detection is key, regardless of what the outcome is. I think a lot of times I had one of my good friends, she always says, oh, I have a small boobs. I'm an A cup. I don't think I have enough for them to put on the machine. And I'm like, girl, they will find a way to put it on the machine. Like we are 46 or 45. Don't fret, don't worry, they'll figure it out. But we cannot neglect our care as Black women with so many other health disparities that we're fighting against. We have to stand firm in our belief on that our health is important, just as important as anybody else. So we have to make sure that we're our own advocate as well. To make sure you are getting your annual mammograms and that you're going for your physicals and things like that, so that you are, really listening to your body.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
You have an incredible state of mind, and I wonder, as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, what do you do? How do you what are you doing to keep yourself positive? And on the days when you don't feel positive, how do you cope with that? Do you embrace it? What is the up and downs of you on a day-to-day basis?
I think, Renee, it's been hard, definitely as a wife and a mother and as a healthcare professional, right? Because you're so used to taking care of others in all of those areas that now it's really time for you to take care of yourself. So, I had to really adjust to the mental fact that there may be days that I can't be my best self. There may be days that I can't cook meals, or there may be days that I can't do homework. So how am I going to get through those trying times? And I really had to lean on others, my family, foremost up front, God too, so God, my family, and then my affectionately group called my Tata Troop. My Tata Troop is a group of very intimate friends, girlfriends that some of them have been my friends since we were 6 and 7 years old. And that's who I go to my war room with, and we sit and we talk, we cry. So those are things, where they say, hey, let me fill in the gaps. When you're weak, I'll be strong. When you can't do, I will do. Even if that means let me bring a meal over to your family or whatever. Let me take you to a doctor's appointment. So I feel like you really have to have that support system. And I've been so thankful that we have had a support system to really back us up, because I could not imagine, and I know there are women out here that do it, but I could not imagine not having my support team and my family next to me through this journey, because there are a lot of days that are hard, and wanting to show that strength. I feel like sometimes you feel like you have a level to uphold. Your children have seen you do so much, your husband has seen you do so much, that they're not used to you not doing your norm. So even for them to adjust was an adjustment as well, to say, okay, well, mommy's not feeling well, she's laying on the sofa today. So really having to, tell my 17-year-old son, listen, there are going to be days that I don't feel like doing something. And when I ask you to do something, I need you to do it. It's not because I don't want to do it, but it's simply I can't do it, and mommy needs you to chip in to do it. Okay. Yeah. So I think a lot of that has really helped me, having an amazing support system. And I think, just making sure your healthcare providers, your team knows how you feel. And when you notice things about yourself that you have a team that you feel comfortable talking to about everything with you.
Yeah. So it sounds like what I'm hearing, this is not just a disease by yourself. It is a disease that the family takes on, that your friends take on, your community takes on. At least that's how the mindset of it should be, that we all take it
Yeah.
on with you together in some respect.
I mean, I think that's the best way because if you do this by yourself, I mean, you will find yourself in a state of depression
Yeah.
and, um, it just be faithlessness, and just, I mean, you'd be by yourself. And I don't feel God has put us here to do things by ourselves,
Yeah.
like this. And when things are around, that's what you have a village for. So I'm glad that my mom and my parents, people have instilled in us to have a village. It takes a village to raise kids and families. This is the time that you call on your village.
Beautiful.
I was wondering, I know that faith is a big part of your journey. So, are there any scriptures or beliefs that really kind of anchor you as you're going through this journey?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of scriptures. I have notebooks full of things, so forgive me if I have to read off some of them. But one, of course, is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Another one I like is Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "Be strong and courageous. It is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you." And I have to really believe that God has not given this to me as a punishment, but He's given it more as an assignment to be embodied, to show other women that you too can live through this, you can push through this, you can accomplish so many things out of this journey if you allow yourself to be open and give of yourself to share with people what this journey really looks like. So definitely, meditating and really having that time where you can just focus and hear from God, because I feel like in my faith walk, God is telling me things that I need to do each and every day. And so we have to listen. We have to just listen, and He will provide the answer for us. And it's also finding that sense of peace. I think that's another thing that I have tried to share with other breast cancer women, or is that you have to find your peace, whatever peace looks like for you. And when you make peace with that, then all is well. All is well with your soul. There's not a doubt in my mind that I have not found my peace with things. Of course, we're living in the worldly things, right? But I'm at peace with my heart and things that I've done, that I know that I've tried to make a difference with breast cancer, and I would hope that my family would do the same. Is to push my vision along.
Right. Yes, and you've done so beautifully in doing that. I'm so proud of you. I call her my shero, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's been a difficult 2 years, but we have managed to see her through it. And we do fun things. So I guess the one fun thing that I do like, that we've been able to share is the I guess the exercise regimen, so to speak. So Quita she has, like, this summer she put out a challenge to do for 30 days. Was it July? It was July, right? It was your birthday month, right?
Yeah.
And it was 30 days. You had to do at least 30 minutes of exercise. And of course, we were going to a gym prior to all of this, and prior to COVID and everything that's affected us now. And we really got into it, and it was a thing for us. We would get up at 5:30, go to the gym, and exercise and work out. So as this thing loomed upon us, you still have to keep exercise in the regimen, right? So Quita, just share with us a little bit about what you think about how exercise is important for your diagnosis in general.
Yeah, I mean, you have to stay physically fit and eating right. So a little bit about that. I went cold turkey on like chicken and things, and I started juicing. So I do juice. I bought a nice, really nice juicer. So I juice, and then I subscribe to a juicing company near my house. So just really trying to stick to a plant-based diet, cutting out sugar and sweets, drinking plenty of water, and then the exercise. And for me, the exercise, I mean, also keeps you healthy because you want your weight to stay within reason. With treatments and things, some people tend to lose weight with chemo treatments. Unfortunately, I didn't lose any weight. Probably gained some weight with some of the steroids, but that's neither here nor there, right? But I love to exercise. So since I couldn't go to the gym, I would walk. So I can walk, 3.5 miles in my
Sorry,
neighborhood.
guys.
And it just really excites of that is about 33% of recurrence rate. If you exercise, you'll have 33% less likely of it to recur. So I figured, let me get out here and walk. Let me get that 33% and get my exercise and stay physically fit as much as possible with the medications that I'm taking.
All right. Yeah. So it's really important for us to, exercise with anything, just like we were talking about, diabetes in our previous session, and we'll talk more about it in our coming sessions. But it's important to exercise and have healthy eating habits um, for anything.
Yeah,
You have to try to control that in order to control the processes that are going on in our body, right? Because we can eliminate a lot of things and we just change a little bit of each thing, whether that is to add more exercise or to add different ways of eating, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
So go ahead.
would you also say that that's a step towards prevention? I mean, there are no guarantees,
Of
but at
course.
least, it's a fair step towards prevention and just making those small changes.
Absolutely.
I think any changes, anything that's moving into a healthy state is going to make, give you less chances of getting, any disease process
Yeah,
for that matter. And then some people just, unfortunately, you get what you get. And I mean, I'm just dealing. I think the biggest thing is really staying positive. You have to have a positive mind. That's half the battle if you can stay positive. Because I think once you get pulled into the negativity, then your body is not thriving off of that. So I just try to remain positive and put one foot in front of the other every day. Because that's all you
One,
can do.
one step at a time. One step at a time. One day at a time. One step at a time.
Yeah, for sure.
you
Well,
have truly inspired me. I'm sitting here kind of like, I know we're supposed to be interviewing you, but I'm kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm in awe. So thank you. Wow, this is inspiring.
Yes,
well,
Yeah.
definitely.
thank
Thank you.
you. I mean, it's definitely been a journey. It's not an easy one to travel by no means. I think I made a post the other day about survivorship, and for every good thing, there's a bad thing. There'll be plenty of days of chemo and radiation and bone scans, and but really living in the moment, taking pictures, smiling, finding
Yeah.
something
Definitely.
to
And
laugh
she has
about
a
each and every day. Whatever. Yeah, and so whatever gets you to that place, that happy place, that peaceful place, that's
Yeah.
what you have to do. So I would also like to share through this journey that my daughter and I became self-published authors of our first
right.
children's book. So let me quickly just share the screen really quickly and see if we can pull it up. So this is
There you
my
go.
web page, and you all can follow me at www.empoweredwithestes.com. But this just gives you a little bit about my journey. But here's our book that we wrote, which is called No Hair, Don't Care.
Mhm.
So we absolutely love this book. My
It's such
daughter
a
and
cute book.
decided to write this after going through the journey and me realizing how much emphasis that I put on my hair as a Black woman and not realizing how it was affecting her. That was one thing she always wondered. Was I going to wear a wig? Was I going to put on one of my head wraps? Was I going to put on a hat? She was just worried. So the title of our book is called No Hair, Don't Care, written through the eyes of my daughter, Lexi. So definitely you could go to our website here and grab a copy. If you know someone who is, going through breast cancer, a mom who's been newly diagnosed, this is definitely a heartfelt and warm book, just very loving on how we talked about chemo and losing my hair and overcoming that and just being you. That I could still be beautiful, Black, bold, and bodacious, even with no hair, and still her mommy with or without any hair.
And you guys, she looks beautiful without the hair.
Oh, I believe it.
I
love the
There's
Soul, yeah.
I remember the day she got her hair shaved off because she realized that, was it 2 treatments, Shaquita? Was it 2 treatments? Yeah. You realized that your hair was falling out and it started coming out in droves. And so she just decided one day, I'm just gonna go for it and I'm gonna shave it off. And it was so pretty with the hairball. I'll have to show you guys pictures later. But she just was so beautiful without the hair. So it's I got used to that look after a while, it was so cute. Even with her glasses. So but yeah, this is a very cute story. And I really like at the end, Shaquita, how you have the Bible verses at the end.
Yeah, it does. It has Bible verses and affirmations for parents to review with their kids. So I think that's very important that we always affirm ourselves. And that's another way that I've gotten through this is having affirmations and affirming myself and believing what God has promised me. So definitely, grab a copy. That's on Amazon as well. And I think Annette had asked me about another, like a quote or things. And so I've been using, I don't know if you can see my t-shirt line I've just developed is called Fierce by Faith. And I think that it really says it all, that this journey has been one that I have had to walk fiercely, but all by faith. And without my faith in God, I would not be able to walk it so graciously and humbly as I do each and every day.
Amen.
So I definitely thank you all for, having me and acknowledging breast cancer. I like to tell people that even though Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October, we really have to acknowledge and discuss breast cancer year round because people are being diagnosed every day. And we don't wait to October to celebrate them or help them. We want to be doing that year round.
Yes. So again, could you tell us how to get your book, how to get the t-shirt, how to find you on Facebook?
Yes, so if you want to follow my journey on Facebook, which I highly encourage, it is Shaquita Lewis Estes, so SHAQUITA. My maiden name, LEWIS, and the last name is ESTES. I also have a Facebook page for No Hair, Don't Care on Facebook that you can tune in. I keep our No Hair, Don't Care tribe updated on different activities. And then you can go to quest.com and purchase the book and the t-shirt there as well.
All right. I got some ordering to do.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing your journey.
Oh, no problem. I thank you all for having me and giving me the opportunity to share with other people.
Yes, we love her. We love her.
Absolutely.
Well, all right, ladies. If anybody else have any other closing remarks?
I can't stop smiling.
I know, right? All right. Well, if not, we want to thank you for tuning in again to Three Coaches, Mind, Body, and Soul. Thank you, Shaquita, for allowing us to share in your journey. And remember, you guys, you can get my sister's book at No Hair, Don't Care by Shaquita and Lexi Estes on Amazon and Quita's Quest. And for next month, we are diving into Diabetes Awareness Month. So just stay tuned for our upcoming sessions on that. We hope to have great tips, great eating habit, great mindfulness types of point of view with all of it. And we hope to see you guys soon. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Stay bodacious.
Right.